Welcome, everybody, to episode 50 of the Pseudo Nerd Podcast for December 30th, 2016. I'm your podcast host, Josh Kaiser, and joining me in my basement tonight,
creepy,
Mr. Josh Haddix.
How you doing, everybody?
And all the way from San Francisco, California, Mr. Kyle Hoagland.
It is warmer today than it is in Pleasant Hill. What's going on?
What's Pleasant Hill? Is that your house?
That's
your
house? The old hacienda.
Oh, okay.
So, welcome all you listeners back from a little bit of a break. Hope you all had a nice holiday. We were at 50 episodes, so we thought we would just kind of do a little bit of a fan service more to ourselves than anything else, I think, and record one time with all of us in the same room. Kyle, we knew you were coming back to visit, and we thought we would just sort of recap the year, I think, and just sort of what we liked about life in the show, and anything else we want to kind of BS about. This is really, there's no topic this week. It is going to be us celebrating the fact that we somehow created 50 episodes, and better yet, that there are some people out there who have listened to 50 episodes of us, which we always thank, and I hope that you guys are out there, subscribing on iTunes and all of that, and maybe just now, maybe Haddix, while we're here recording the 50th episode, can leave us some feedback. Because nobody else does.
The only reason I haven't is because it's not going to be good. So,
it takes a special kind of person to go on this wild ride with us. So we do appreciate all the support, all the social media happenings, and definitely appreciate it. It's what keeps us doing what we're doing.
Yeah, and on that topic briefly. Next year, we've been sitting here actually kind of racking our brains and sort of trying to come up with what we think would be a better podcast going forward. We always want to make this a better show, and we're going to kind of take a different approach in 2017, and that starts with the frequency of the podcast. Instead of doing a weekly podcast now, we're going to do it twice a month. It's going to be probably a 90-minute show now instead of just the hour, so you're going to get a little bit more of us, but it's going to be a little less frequently. Now, that said, we're going to try to do like a micro show or a pseudo short. I'm still trying to talk everybody into these names.
Still worried about advertising for that one.
We're on the off weeks when we're not doing our main podcast. We have a little bit of show. Might be 15 minutes, might be 20 minutes, something like that. Could be all of us talking. Could be one of us. Maybe a buddy's on there with us, whatever, an expert on the topic. And it can be anything that we want to discuss that week that may not be deserving of an entire show. So that's sort of what you're going to have to look forward to in 2017. The show itself is going to be a little bit different too. We're still working out some of the kinks, I think, but we got a good direction. And we hope you guys enjoy it. And really, if there's anything you guys in particular have comments, ideas, suggestions, whatever, please, let us know on Facebook or Twitter or, Instagram.
At Pseudo Nerd Pod.
At Pseudo Nerd Pod. I don't think we have an email address. Maybe we should work on that.
We do. Pseudo Nerd Podcast at gmail.com because we are pros.
There you go. So
that's our host, by the way. That didn't know that we had an email address.
If you're emailing me, I have not received them
we
yet.
We had to have an email address to sign up for all these social media accounts.
That's true. Has anyone emailed us? Because if so...
I have it tied to my personal Google account, so I go check them every once in a while.
So there you go. So yeah, feel free to give us some ideas or thoughts on what you like. I think what we kind of did is we're all podcast listeners in our own right, and we sort of took what we like from other podcasts, and we want to implement it into ours, without copying. Maybe take the good ideas and sort of how can we put our twist on it.
Right,
and I think that's kind of the direction we're going to go.
Yeah, we're kind of like Apple. We just take all the cool stuff that Android makes that don't trademark it and make it into our own and make it better. That's kind of our plan. Another thing that I know that we didn't talk much about it, but I know that Hax and I talked about it a little bit because we've been kind of messing with it. I don't know when we're going to start it, but it's something that we've been testing with. Is also doing either a Twitch or a YouTube gaming stream for some of the stuff that we do. Because one thing that Hax and I do probably more than anything right now is enjoy a good video game from time to time.
Good old World of StarCraft?
Was it
that,
World of Tanks? World of Tanks?
World of Tanks.
No, like World of Warcraft, mostly Blizzard games. I mean, there's.
Yeah.
I mean, I download Steam games all the time, and so I think another thing that we wanted to do to add some extra content, since we're not going to be doing a podcast all the time, and really that is not that we don't want to, but it's that we don't want to.
Well, I think it's more the case of, we want to make sure that every podcast we release is quality content and well versed in, it's something that you're going to be entertained and informed on, and it's going to be on topics that are topical and, worth discussing for 90 minutes. And, what we set out to discuss was, we said pseudo nerd. So it's going to be comics, it's going to be movies, it's going to be video games, things like that. And, you're not always going to get the perfect topic every week. And, there's a reason we had an episode all about board games, So
That's how bored things got, right?
Hey-o!
Hey-o!
See? Haddock shows up in my basement and he's already stealing my jokes.
I'm going to be honest with you. I spent a few minutes in silence when you said put our own twist on things, of some kind of pseudo twist, pseudo swirls. That was the best I could come up with. But I got nothing. That was what I was like.
There's a reason you should have brought that up. So.
It's no pseudo short.
So instead of you didn't even mention it when we weren't recording, because you decided to, while we're recording, to bring it up.
Yes.
That's smart. That's pretty smart.
And we're not going to edit that out. So
No.
it is what
No,
it is.
that's going to be on the internet forever.
Things are real here.
No, so that's sort of just that. We're not going to get too much. We're not going to discuss the rest of it because I don't think we have a full layout yet. But we're going to keep working on.
I think we're in agreement with a lot of things that we want to do. But I think the actual execution of it, you guys are going to see that as we do it. I mean, we got a good idea of it, but it's an experiment. We're going to be working on it.
It's going to be a fluid thing, and we're going to hopefully, sooner than later, come up with what we like and what we think is going to be a good layout for you guys.
And really, in the end, it's this layout change. Like Kaiser said, it's for one, it also helps keep us from burning out. Because when we try doing stuff like board games, you can tell we're stretching. We're kind of like really reaching out there for content. And at the same time, though, because we're going to be doing these, semi-monthly, twice a month, whatever you want to call it, what we're doing, it also gives us an opportunity to maybe offer other things. Because if all we're doing is spending so much time doing a podcast every week, if we even wanted to try and do anything extra or something, off the beaten path that's a little more interesting, but just not as frequent, it's hard for us to do that when every week we've got to prepare for a new podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah, agreed.
Guys, I just realized we're 8 minutes in this podcast. I'm going to have to start over and unmute us before we go forward.
Are you fucking serious?
No, I'm kidding.
Damn, I just
Oh, man.
that's another thing. I'm not going to do it.
Gotcha, though. No,
Classic Kaiser, guys. Classic Kaiser.
So,
God, your basement's hot. I'm right underneath
You
this
are right under that light.
light bulb.
yeah, I mean, this basement
I feel comfortable.
You're not right under the tanning. The lights that they installed in this basement, they're on dimmers, but when they're on full blast, which is what they are right now, they're like, the heat that they output is insane.
This is a sauna where I'm sitting.
It looks like Kyle's. It looks like Kyle's like under interrogation right now. Like he's sitting in the like shining at him like we're about to play good cop bad cop with him.
This is not comfortable whatsoever, and also doesn't help that we both all had some big Bufords.
That is true. We have to touch base on the big.
We do have to touch.
So
let's talk about Big Buford.
Kaiser, your thoughts on the Big Buford?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. What is it? Rallies? I don't even know.
Rallies or checkers?
Or checkers, if you will.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Depending on where you're at, where you live.
So I've probably eaten rallies maybe 5 times in my life.
That's your fault.
It's
delicious.
There's not a ton around.
Yeah, that is true.
At least where we live here in Northeast Ohio. I travel a lot. I see them once in a while, but it's not like I'm not like, man, I got to go over to Rallies and or Checkers and grab a burger. The Big Buford, though, first of all, I'll say the name is fantastic.
Probably the best part.
But I don't know if I've ever had a Big Buford until you brought us, Haddix brought us all Big Bufords. And I will say, it was a tasty burger. It sort of reminded me of a Wendy's burger, though.
Yes, it did. I agree.
I think maybe because I don't know, did it have mayo on it?
It had. So this is what comes on a typical Big Buford.
A classic Big Buford.
And this is kind of off the top of my head. I did look it up before I left the house, but ketchup, mayonnaise,
Yep.
pickles, tomato, onions,
Cheese.
lettuce.
No cheese?
No cheese. When I arrived at Rally's, Hoagie did not want tomatoes on his.
Right.
Kaiser wanted no tomatoes, no onions.
Correct.
I also wanted no tomatoes, no onions, but I also wanted no pickles.
So guess who won in that battle?
So the guy who picked them up won in that battle. And so I just said, give me 3 big Bufords, no tomato, no onion, no pickle.
I still feel like you could have easily said 3 big Bufords, all of which no tomato or onion.
You know what
one
would've
of
been-
them also no pickles.
You know what would have been
and
the
we all would have
easiest
won.
is just coming straight here. So
That's true.
I'm just going to throw that out. All right. Show that appreciation, Hoagie.
So,
you're
no,
right. I did enjoy the big Buford.
I did add
think-
bacon to him, though, so.
Was there bacon on mine?
Bacon and
She
cheese.
asked if we wanted to add bacon. I added bacon.
I didn't even know there was bacon. I gotta be honest.
It wasn't like real crunchy or crispy.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
Although I did drive here and then I kind of sat here for a minute before we.
I think the reason I thought they felt like a Wendy's burger is Wendy's burgers. Which, first of all, I think Wendy's has the best fast food burger out of the Burger King,
I'll
McDonald's,
give you
Wendy's
that. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
grouping.
Yeah, easily.
that.
And I think what I liked about it is, and the Big Buford was the same way as Wendy's. You got your ketchup, you got your mayonnaise, you got the cheese, everything. It's almost like soggy. It gets all in there and soaks in like that greasy burger, and it just becomes one like soggy mess. But it's good, and it's sort of like it just like I don't know if it's the fat or the grease.
I think it
or
also
just
makes you
the
feel
sogginess.
like you're actually eating a bun that is not messed with like
It's
genetics.
not flat. Well, you
Yeah.
look at like a McDonald's bun, and those things are so
flat,
smashed
yeah.
and flat.
But it's not even just that. A McDonald's
And
bun, it just feels like it holds the grease more than like it becomes one with it. Like it's because it almost feels like they put like some sort of non-stick spray on the bun so that when the grease is there, it just traps it so it doesn't like leak into it.
Well, it's-
But you almost kind of like it when it all kind of meshes into one thing. It's
I like when it's a little mushy.
We're getting real scientific on these buns.
And as I say, Hoagie really breaking down.
I will
the
say
McDonald's
this: the
bun.
Big Buford had a lot of meat on it.
It did.
very meaty
You know, and the
sandwich.
other thing I'll say this about this: the McDonald's burger patty, you can tell is a very pre-processed piece of meat.
Yes.
It is the same
Yeah.
patty. If I go to McDonald's around the corner, I go to McDonald's in Texas, I'm going to get that same patty.
Yeah,
I feel like with the Wendy's,
which
and-
props for
and-
consistency
and-
to McDonald's, right?
yeah, I mean,
if you like, if that's what you like,
Yeah.
you're
there's a
gonna get
reason. You know what you're getting at McDonald's.
Yes.
It's a crappy
Yes.
burger, but it's the same crappy burger everywhere.
that. Billions sold.
You know, that's my argument with KFC. You go to KFC here, you get a drumstick original recipe. It might be dry, it might be fresh, it may be overbreaded, it might be underbreaded. I go to one in Kentucky, it's going to be completely different.
And he'll know this. Good
I know.
stuff.
I've been
Pull-
in
pull
about
the
six,
curtain.
I
Pulling
hope
the
that they're.
curtain,
I
that's
hope
how
that
it
they're
is.
all the same breading, right?
yeah, that's it.
I was gonna-
But I've been in about 75, 80 KFCs in my
Oh,
life,
shit.
if not more. And consistency is a big issue there. McDonald's, they nail their consistency.
Yep.
It might not be good, but it's consistent. You know what you're getting when you walk into
So
McDonald's.
if you do like it, you don't have to worry about where you're going.
Right, exactly. But what I say about these patties is the McDonald's feels like a pre-processed patty. These feel more like
You
a
got
fresh
them a
patty
grill.
that
Yeah.
you just grilled up.
Which is like Wendy's. That's how I
Right.
feel
That's
when I
why.
eat
That's
Wendy's.
exactly.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
I think that's what I like the. You know.
I think they do the same thing though. I think Rally's does not freeze their beef like Wendy's doesn't either. I believe everything that they have in there is.
I don't know. I can't can't whether.
I mean, I can't
not
confirm
familiar.
it, but the way it just
I cannot
the
confirm
taste.
nor deny.
I mean, like I said, the taste is very similar. The texture is similar, so it kind of makes me feel like it's not it wouldn't be frozen if the meat
Fresh,
meat
never
itself.
frozen. Who's that? Is that Wendy's?
That's Wendy's.
That's funny. So jumping real quick, if you had to get a fast food burger, Kaiser,
Dude,
what do you get?
that was gonna be the question I was just gonna
You
follow
like
up
that?
with.
You like that?
Now, when you say fast food, are we considering fast casual?
I think
so-
fast food has to have a
Not
drive-through.
Five Guys.
So that's
not,
fast casual.
Not In-N-Out Burger. Not places
In-N-Out
like
Burger's
that.
fast food.
In-N-Out Burger is
Okay,
fast
well,
food.
In-N-Out is-
I think
yeah,
drive-through
I've had-
has to be. I think drive-through
Yes,
is
they have
the requirement.
Let's say that they have to have a drive-through. If it
Because
has a
that
drive-through,
really
it's
is the
fast
definition of
food.
fast food.
Yeah.
You don't get out of your car, you drive
Yes,
into
yes.
a line and
I'll
go
give,
get it
I
out of the
will
window.
give Hoagie that.
Okay.
It has to have a drive-through.
Give me Whataburger.
Never had it.
See, that's the thing. Like I've driven by a couple when I was in Texas, but I've never had a
they're
Whataburger.
big in the South. I think they started in Texas. My first one I had was in Florida, but they're all the way. Basically, take Texas and then kind of go south
south is
and
Mexico.
east.
I was like, South, well, South Mexico. No wonder I've never had it.
Los Whataburgers.
Whataburguesa, right?
Oh, right?
Hamburguesa. All right, guys, you can't say what and then say burger in Spanish, all right?
Hamburguesa. If that's not a thing yet, it should be.
There you
go.
Hashtag Hamburguesa.
Hashtag, yeah.
Hamburguesa.
Okay, so I've never had Whataburger, so all I would say, Texas, the people in Texas love it there too. Okay. So
well, I think that's also like the people on the West Coast love In-N-Out Burger, and I'm an In-N-Out Burger fan. I think Whataburger's a little bit better, but I think it's a cultural thing. Like people in Northeast Ohio think Mr. Hero is the best steak sandwich you can get around, but
well, that's not true.
That's not true. It's good. No, there's a time and place for Mr. Hero.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, first of all, now being in the West Coast, I'll say right now, In-N-Out Burger is totally overrated. I do not appreciate that if I want a good burger, I have to order from their secret menu. I'll say that. Like you can order a burger and fries and like a combo, but they have what's called like animal style and a bunch of other things that you can do, and you got it's not on the menu, but if you go online, there's the secret menu or whatever they call that. Yeah. So to me, like I think that's bullshit.
This guy's so anti-West Coast because Golden State lost yesterday.
No, it's funny. I was just gonna say this guy comes from the West Coast back to the East Coast, and now he's not an In-N-Out Burger fan. But the minute he flies back, that's the first thing he's gonna get, and he's gonna start talking shit about Mr. Hero.
You know what I have liked lately? And I actually would say this is probably my number one, although I still think Wendy's just tops it just a little bit.
Salad?
I'm sorry. No. Number one for sure for me is Rallies. I think Rallies overall, also not just because the burgers are good.
That surprises
me. Give me a
We're talking about burger right now.
Give me an actual burger. What is your
if I have a
burger that you order?
Just a burger.
Baconzilla at
Rallies.
At Rallies.
Yeah, Baconzilla, all right.
What was
now,
your...
let me ask you, I thought you were a big bacon mushroom melt fan from Wendy's.
They don't make them anymore. Look, if I want January through December for a burger,
it's Baconzilla.
It has to be the Baconzilla because the
now
bacon mushroom melt might be missing for 3 years.
Yeah.
Let's say the bacon mushroom melt is an option in
this. Oh God, and it's the bacon mushroom melt.
So Kaiser, back to you. What burger do you pick from?
The Whataburger.
Hamberguesa.
I couldn't tell you. I just get their like standard cheeseburger, whatever it is. They've got their Whataburger sauce, which is really what makes it. But I don't remember off the top of my head if it's
is their sauce name. Just the same as everyone else's special sauce, like some sort of Thousand Island with mayonnaise and dill? That's what always seems like.
There's probably a degree of that because I guess that's kind of what In-N-Out burgers
or like
is too.
Oh Boy or something like that, which no one knows about us, but that's something up in Ohio where their Oh Boy sauce it's the same damn thing as Big Mac sauce or anything like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
But also, the only thing I'll say too is that the honorable mention, the reason why I also like Rallies is, yes, I do love their burgers. Their fries are by far the best.
Wendy's?
No, Rallies.
Oh, Rallies.
Rallies seasoned fries. I'll go there just for fries, and then the Baconzilla is just an extra thing I'll have.
It's an added bonus. It's a little treat.
The 2 Baconzillas I get are the extra added treat that I get inside.
He's like, and then also these shakes that they have there.
They're
brownie delights.
It's a tertiary. You like that? Snack on the side.
Big word,
like
right?
There's just a snack or side for any occasion. Am I right?
There you go.
That's right.
Hey, Rallies. Let's talk later.
I think we need Rallies as a sponsor.
Hoagie's trying to get Rallies as a sponsor at this point.
Free burgers all year.
So hey, we haven't gone on you, Hax. What's your?
I think
I'd
go simple. Again, I've never had Whataburger.
He's like, give me a cheeseburger from McDonald's.
No,
I respect that.
I love chicken nugs. I love chicken nugs from McDonald's.
That's my go-to.
And I think on a good
McDonald's
day, fries
breakfast
are the
by
best.
far.
Oh, McDonald's breakfast.
I mean, that's
down.
a whole nother
hands down McDonald's
topic
breakfast.
though.
But I've never had Whataburger or In-N-Out Burger or like places like that. I think I'd have to go the double stack from Wendy's.
Double stack.
That's
from
a good
Wendy's.
classic.
Just a double cheeseburger, basically. But I do like Wendy's better. Burgers better.
I mean, that's what I get around here.
Yeah.
No, I also do like Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich.
They do have a good spicy chicken sandwich.
I actually prefer like the junior bacon cheeseburger. Like if I want like a smaller, just something to grab, because I know the double stack really is not a gigantic sandwich either. It usually seems like two smaller patties.
Yeah, double stack used to be when Kaiser and I lived together, and actually more early than that when you lived in Vermilion with Brett.
Right.
Wendy's that was right on the end of your street.
It was nice.
Fucking the double stack was 99 cents, and now it's like it's still on their dollar menu, but it's like $1.99 instead of something like that. And it annoys me.
Do you remember at Arby's where we would just go there for that dollar menu? Like we would go like 5 things for $5.
Oh yeah,
the Jamocha shakes. And
I will say this: I don't like coffee, and for whatever reason though. I do like mochas or anything like that. And I always got the Jamocha shake because it was on the 5 for $5 menu. And I'm always like, I needed a shake. And I was like, it was just okay to me because I don't like that flavoring.
For $1,
I always had to get the Jamocha shake.
So real quick, Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King. Those are the big 3, right? Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King.
Probably nationwide.
Rate those 3. Not just burgers, but if you had to go to one.
Wendy's, McDonald's,
you can only
Burger King.
If you can only go to one the rest of your life,
Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King.
I think Burger King can go away. I think Burger King is.
I hate Burger King.
I don't like Burger King.
Once again, I think Burger King does okay with some things, but the other two do better at all.
Oh, I think
you know
they're.
what I mean?
Like, people love their burgers. I hate Burger King's burgers. I hate the
they have a distinct flavor. I'll give them that.
Yes.
The flavor
They have some what I would call unique ideas of what they do with their menu.
Yeah.
You know, like the Cheeto tots and things like or that they have like a burrito.
And I enjoy the chicken fries.
But here's what
or the hot dogs too.
I
like the
and
chicken
then they took
fries.
them away for a while.
Yeah.
They brought them back,
yeah.
but I will say this about Wendy's or Burger King. I think they do the different stuff because they're trying so hard to get sale. They're we can't beat out McDonald's and Wendy's.
Yeah.
So let's
You can
try
also get
this.
10. I think was it 10 chicken nuggets for $1.49 or something like that. I mean, once again, that depends on like how
And I know you
how
like
good
their
their
barbecue sauce as much as like McDonald's barbecue sauce.
No, I don't need. They're very subpar for me on all.
And you would think that for the most part, like standard barbecue sauce from a fast food restaurant should not be that different to me. Unless somebody really at McDonald's headquarters, these places have their own secret recipe for all these things. Which
I just think I don't. I could if I never ate a Burger King again the rest of my life.
Wouldn't bother me.
Wouldn't bother me a bit.
I'm trying to think right now of anything on that menu that is like a go to. I think the double stacker has always been decent, but I think that there's another burger that I'd rather get.
Every time I try something different there, I'm always disappointed.
Yeah, and their fries are last place.
Fries are plain as can be.
And they tried to switch them up.
Yeah.
At one point, I thought Wendy's were not good. I felt like they changed them a little bit.
Rings
They did
is
the
about
sea
the one
salt.
thing you can get at Burger King.
Burger King.
Well, no, the best thing too is then when you get the fries and you get like that rando onion ring.
Well, that's like at Arby's when you get the curly fries and all of a sudden you get a straight fry in there, or vice versa. It's always like nice to get that one little bonus.
One time, I crap you not, gentlemen. I ordered curly fries, and inside that curly fry, for whatever stupid reason, was one mozzarella stick.
Wow.
Like they missed. Like
that's
like,
the jackpot.
how do you miss? Yeah, that's first of all, that's an egregious error
And
on the part of that. But I didn't complain. That was one of the best times I ever had.
Hoagie went on Yelp that day and left him a 5-star rating.
I was like, you go here,
or best Arby's
sure.
ever.
But no, I think we can all agree. I think Burger King goes. So then you're saying I would say between Wendy's and McDonald's.
Wendy's I would take for lunch.
If I had to
dinner.
choose, but if you had to choose one,
you
if you could only go to one the rest of your life.
I think I'd have to go to McDonald's then because I get McDonald's breakfast a lot.
I think that's why I'd go McDonald's is because
they don't have breakfast. Wendy's doesn't even have breakfast.
That's what I mean. So if you had to choose one,
what about Chick-fil-A? We want to throw.
I have never been to Chick-fil-A in my. I think the one time we thought about going, and either
was it Sunday.
It was
very close.
I haven't gone enough to give an
great
an
chicken
opinion.
sandwich. I've never had their breakfast though, and I hear their breakfast.
I was
is
say
very
I've heard good things about Chick-fil-A, but I haven't gone enough.
And I think it's a little bit of a different category, but that should be thrown into the mix. I think the unfair thing is saying you can only have one of them for the rest of your life, and picking one that only does lunch, dinner, and one that does breakfast, lunch, dinner.
So let's say this too. You gotta figure out your own breakfast.
Breakfast is
make
hands
breakfast
down
at home.
McDonald's.
Make breakfast at home. Make yourself some eggs au voyage, and after that, what do you do?
I get new friends. First of all,
I'd never go there with you. I think if I got fresh fries and fresh nuggets or a burger, I think I'd still eat McDonald's.
So here's the thing too. It's a good point that you just when you said fresh. Very rarely do I go into a Wendy's and get a bad meal. You know,
I've got some bad buns and stuff before, but yeah, I know
on
where
a
you're going
very
with
rare
this.
case.
Yeah.
McDonald's more frequently.
Yeah,
I will have soggy fries or something like that. Like if you go in an off time, sometimes it's not as good.
I'll give you that. But if it's not, if they're hot, salty fries,
if you give me everything fresh,
I think I'd go McDonald's.
Yeah,
I think I do. Because I think their fries. I think if you got Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, anybody that makes fries, and you got fresh, perfect fries, I think McDonald's are the best. Yeah. There's something about McDonald's fries that. But to your point, you do sometimes get either they're not hot or they're not salty or whatever, you know.
Do you guys reheat fast food?
Never.
No, ever.
It's awful.
Ever.
Awful.
I think they don't want you to reheat because they
think
know
that's awful.
That's terrible. Yeah, so I think that's our fast food talk. I mean, I don't know if there's anything else.
I think we did a pretty solid job. What was it, like 15 minutes of
Hoagie, for anyone who can't see this, which is everyone, Hoagie just looked at his wrist to see what time it was, and he doesn't have a watch on it. So
I was just checking to see.
He gave it the what time is it?
We did. I was checking to see if one of these now that since I have this light over me, I'm checking my moles on my arm to see if any of them are changing color. Yeah,
You're
check for
developing,
melanoma.
you're developing skin cancer
Yeah.
from my
Wow.
basement light.
Which I'm digging this vase you got here, Kaiser.
You like that?
And by that I mean it's really weird. We're gonna take a picture, post it to social media for you guys. So you can see it.
I'll take a picture. That'll be the actual art for this episode. It's this weird green.
This weird vase.
It's a vase, but at the same time, I feel like you
I'm
can
sorry,
put some
sorry.
beverages in there.
This is nice enough that we gotta call it a vase. Right?
A
A nice
vase.
green
This
vase.
is what happens when a woman moves in with you. You get all these weird like vases that aren't actually used
Vases, dude.
for
Vases.
anything. Like you don't put flowers in them; they're just like decor now.
Or like this was like something dead. I mean, I'm sure it's fake, but
Kaiser's like, let's go get some
I think
flush.
they
He's
have
like, no,
lights
no,
on
no.
them. I think you can actually plug that in.
Yeah, I
and
see
turn
the
them.
little.
I think they got LEDs.
Cyber
on them.
optics.
I'm also when I take a picture of it, I'm also going to put this. There's a Ohio State stiletto.
I think this is a bottle holder.
You hold a bottle of wine in
Okay.
there.
Oh,
We definitely have to take a
that's
picture of
something-
this
That's
so
totally
people
your
know
thing.
what we're talking about. Get this rallies back in here too.
That
while you,
really
Put
sets
that
it
right.
off.
Said that right there on the left side.
Fast foodies know the deal. Hashtag fast foodie. Head over to rallies / checker rallies and get a big view for today.
This guy just spills the contents on the floor.
I tell you what, Rallies is really loving it. 50th episode
I'm pretty sure
is
McDonald's is
sponsored
on
by
logo.
Rallies.
There you go. All right.
Nice, well done. You know, Billy's Mart really should be the sponsor of the 50th
All right, Belly
episode.
Mart. Yes.
But
I think we're getting serious enough where I think an actual store might be a little bit better than Billy's.
So what I want to do, and if Zach's listening to this, I don't know if you know this, guys, or Hoagie, you might know this. I know Zach was trying to do some voiceover stuff at some point, and he might have done some. I can't remember exactly, but he has this really good mic, like real high tech, and he never uses it like
Right.
when we're on playing games. But one night he hooked it up and started talking, and it is like the most crisp mic. I mean, he must have spent a few hundred. It's probably
Sure.
a really nice mic. I want to get him to do a fake commercial for us in his just like real deep, real serious voice, and we just pop it right in the middle. So Zach, if you're listening to this,
we got a job for you,
we got
buddy.
a job for you. We'll record it. We'll put it in. Billy's Mart's
Billy's
fake.
Mart.
Yeah, it's fake anyway.
You
so
can
who
do
cares?
Billy's Mart commercial. We'll plug it in right here.
Maybe some Billy's Mart, in the world, since this thing is a global.
Billy's
this is
Mart
There
is
was
a
a,
real
Billy,
place.
there
We
was a
looked it up.
Billy's Mart in like South Carolina or something. I'll pull that up right now while we're discussing it.
Maybe someone that works at Billy's Mart will hear this and they'll sponsor us.
That
What
would
if we find out that Billy's Mart is like run by the KKK?
Billy's Mart is a convenience store in Durham, North Carolina.
There
That
you go.
sounded familiar,
Durham.
yeah.
That's a baseball movie too. Durham, North Carolina.
You come on and raise
North
up.
Carolina.
That's where Christina Allegretto's from. Maybe we'll
That's
ask her where.
I think she's the listener these days. Good friend of ours. Yeah, it's Billy's Mart right there. So
Billy's Mart, if you're
it's
listening.
very tiny. Looks like it's
What
got
do they
about.
sell?
It's a gas station convenience store.
Okay, okay.
So Billy, if you're listening, this is for you, buddy.
William. I mean, he might be old enough where he's a William.
William.
near
Hey,
near
William's
Chapel Hill,
Williams is down,
you know?
okay? This is
So-
Billy we're talking to.
Real small. Looks like they might have 2 or 3 pumps at the gas station there.
Okay.
Right off Highway 82 in Clark. Oh, there's also one in Clarksville, Texas. So
I doubt the same Billy. Unless they're
maybe.
really
And
franchising
then
that
there's,
far away.
then there's Billy's Mini Mart in Louisiana.
Louisiana. Okay.
We've got a couple
Want
of
to get
them.
yourself a couple monster drinks and a pack of smokes.
There you go.
Couple of them.
Head on over to Billy's Mart.
Billy's
or
Mart.
Billy's Mini Mart, where depending on where you're at.
Depending which one you're at, we've got listeners all over the place. So, getting back on kind of topic here,
And what topic is that
I
at
don't-
this point?
50 episodes.
Oh, yeah.
50 episodes.
Congratulations, everyone. Done toast.
First of all, did you guys ever think we'd make it to 50?
I think that we stubbornly would get to 50. I feel like we wouldn't have stopped in the middle of the year,
At what point was it like, we're doing this
Board
all
games. The board game podcast. By far. Because it
How
was
many
just...
views do Kaiser pull that up on Spreaker?
I got
How
it.
many-
Let's
I don't
see.
know if it's on that one. Is it? Is that
So
on the
bad.
printout?
The board game podcast.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is
Board
on
Game
there.
Revolution. 33 plays and 24 downloads. So we're talking a grand total of about 57.
I like how Kaiser in all caps put Revolution. That was your thing you came up with.
That was Board
that.
Game Revolution, man.
And I think it's such a kick in the junk anyways, because this was during that time when we each did our own podcast. So
Yes.
now here's the thing. Who of us of the three did we actually do the best?
I don't remember what the
So streaming services actually was worse. So,
who did what though. I don't remember.
I did, well, mine was the streaming services, remember?
What was the which one did I do?
Yours wasn't it Batman Killing Joke review or something of that nature?
We're missing episodes on here.
What do you mean?
On Spreaker?
Yeah.
It doesn't have all 50 on there, or 49, I guess.
I'm pretty sure.
Literally, episode 40 and 41 are not on Spreaker right now.
Like, you can't listen to
I
them?
cannot see them on here. Yeah, they're
40
gone.
and 40 and 41.
40 and 41.
Well, they're on here. Streaming services.
Yeah,
that's
they're
streaming
here.
services and board game. They're so bad. Spreaker took them off of the website.
That's weird. They're not right here.
You know what? You know what's worse? Yours. Yours was DC Universe Heroes and Villains top 3. That was yours. I'm pretty sure because yours was the first one we decided to do. We chose yours, and then we went with ours later.
No, we did the movie universe was a whole month. So we did 4 topics.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40 and 41 are gone.
Oh, you're right, guys. Because we were deciding what we wanted to do for the monthly podcast.
Month, yeah.
And so we ended up doing DC, and then we followed it up by streaming and board game. What was episode 42?
42 was World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
That
So
was
40 and 41 are gone. That's weird. I don't know where those are the lost episodes now.
I feel like they have to be there.
There must be in Neverland.
I don't know. That's weird.
Are the other ones there?
Yeah, everything
scroll
else
through everything,
is here, from what I can see.
But I did not. I guess I didn't see us getting. I don't want to say this far because, like Hoagie said, I didn't see us just quitting to quit. I didn't know if I think we'd be going into year 2.
Right.
You know, as far as that goes.
Yeah.
I didn't think we'd be making millions of dollars like we are, though.
That's true.
We all quit our jobs.
Life is good there as far as that goes.
I don't know why I moved all the way to California at this point. What am I doing?
We could have just done the podcast and you could have stayed here.
Rent's a little bit cheaper out here too.
Yeah.
Oh, only a slight bit.
You could live in Kaiser's basement down here, under the heat lamp.
You get a nice tan.
Well, definitely. Those episodes are on iTunes. Which, by the way, friendly reminder to subscribe to us on iTunes. Leave that 5-star rating.
Or 1-star rating if you hate it.
I mean,
we can take constructive
we'll
criticism.
take thumbs ups or thumbs downs at this point.
We want reactions. We need to know if we're doing a bad job or a good job. And if you listen to us for 20 minutes talk about our favorite hamburgers, then
I feel like people can relate to that.
That's true.
Very relatable.
We're just a bunch of average Joes, you know.
No, that's a dodgeball team.
I think it's also a television show, right?
That I don't know.
Is that one of those reality shows on like in the summertime?
Oh,
it was
probably.
Like
yeah.
Pros versus Joes. Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
You know better than me at that point. No idea.
It's someone like Terrell Owens was on and stuff, and like people would like throw a football to him.
Is it Terrell Owens or is it Terrell Owens?
It's Terrell Owens.
Terrell.
Or Turl.
Because I feel like I heard it so much being Terrell Owens.
It's T.O.
Yeah, it's T.O.
It's just
It's Mr. Owens to you. So
right.
Is he still trying to get in the NFL? Is he still sending workout videos at this point?
Done at this point, I think he realized it's over for him.
I'm on our page right now on Spreaker, and they're there. I have them. The Game Board Revolution streaming services.
Yeah, they're not here.
So, before we end up running out of time here, do you guys want to talk about what you guys are about to get into tonight?
Yeah, we can do
and
that.
about what? Like,
so
20 minutes almost?
So the reason why we're here?
Oh, now they showed up. I refreshed the page, and they're here now. I just like to say...
user error, probably, right?
I like to say streaming services had 46. Board Game Revolution, 57. World of Warcraft Legion, 55. So...
Downloads or plays?
It's just the I don't know.
I think on the front, if they're added together.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, 57, which, by the way, has been our highest, dating back, currently... to episode 35, which was at 62, so...
Okay.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just going to say the revolution is real, guys. It's a real deal.
Real deal, Holyfield.
Feel free to go back to episode 41.
I'm starting to think of this, since that was Kaiser's idea, I feel like he might hit refresh a couple times on that. Just
the whole time he said he wasn't there, he was clicking on it.
I'm like, that doesn't add up to Hax's, whatever his 8-point plan in front of me here.
Right? Yeah.
Which, by the way, mucha respect, by the way, for Haddix. He came here prepared.
That's what it's all about, you know.
He actually used a printer.
Yeah. This is printed at Staples. Just to let you guys know.
He literally.
Maybe I'll put that in front of the picture too. I'll put this right here too in front of the Voss.
It was well done.
The picture there.
Very well done. Very professional.
Hey, that's what we do.
I gave the excuse of I did do it, but I left that laptop at home.
But my dog ate my laptop, so.
I had it here, had my laptop out, and then I got a big Buford juice all over the place, and it.
That burger.
I did have to wipe off some of that big Buford off of this though, because there was some leakage. There was a little bit of leakage. One thing, big Bufords are tasty, but they have a little bit of maintenance on them. Just like a Wendy's. You ever get like a classic triple, I don't mean to go back to what we were already talking about, but you ever get like a classic triple and just like the fact they have to wrap it twice because of how much grease?
I've never gotten a triple burger.
Did you guys ever see those pictures of like the T-Rex it was the Wendy's burger. It was called a T-Rex, I believe, in Canada, and it was like 14 patties stacked on top of each other.
Jeez.
Challenge
The picture made it on. It was like got posted to Reddit, and the guy's like, "This is at my Wendy's in Canada."
Wow.
And it went global, and then Wendy's like basically sent that local place a message and said, "You guys can't sell that," but they had been selling it forever.
I feel like all you have to do is say, "Can I get 7 double cheeseburgers?" and put that.
Will you just put them on top of each other?
Yeah. I feel like I've asked for that before. I'll be like, just to test it, go to like a Wendy or no McDonald's and ask for like a quadruple cheeseburger. And they're like, "Oh, that's not on the menu." Like, yeah, but you can physically do it. So
yeah, I don't know if you guys can.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, T-Rex.
First of all, that is not what you actually get.
No.
Who's getting?
That looks like that was painted.
Who's getting a combo?
2, 3,
What,
4,
a combo?
5, 6, 7, 8.
Just in
9.
case you wanted fries and a Frosty with
Oh
it.
my
It's
God.
9. It's 9 patties, 9 pieces of cheese, and then some lettuce, onions, pickle.
Hold on, why is the combo twice as much as the sandwich?
It's not. The sandwich is $21.99, and the combo is
Oh, I thought that was
$24.99.
What happens when you're looking upside down? I thought
So
it
wait,
was
is the
$12.99.
combo like a fry for each patty? Like that still seems like if all you're adding is a drink and fries,
And
that
fries,
seems crazy amount.
$3. This is Canadian money too, so you got to keep in mind. But
Oh, you know what? I don't know why I read that weird. It looked like. Never mind. I didn't know that was just $3 more. For some reason, I thought
It looked
that was
weird
like
to me
$12
too.
more.
Yeah, it looked weird to me too.
Looking at numbers upside
Upside
down
down,
is difficult.
I guess so. So to get back on topic of what you asked, Haddix,
Why we're all here.
while we're all here, other than to record a podcast, our 50th episode all in person, Hoagie and I and one of our other friends started a tradition. Now we are on our 18th year.
It started in 1999 in Kaiser's bedroom at his parents' house. We were in ninth grade.
Was that upstairs at the time or downstairs?
No, downstairs.
Downstairs.
Okay.
We call it RPG-a-thon. Basically, we started. It kind of evolved from just we liked playing RPGs. You know, your Final Fantasies, your Zeldas,
Role-playing games.
Role-playing games. There you go. Any sort of those video games that you really they're typically one-player games where you create you're usually going on a epic mission or quest to save the world or something like that. And we always played them, but we like to kind of play video games with our friends. And it's not something, you know, you're not going to put a headset on and play it online because, one, back then online gaming wasn't a thing. And, well, it might have been PC a little bit, but not for these games. And they're, you know, you enjoy playing them, but you're not interacting with your friends. So we started taking our systems over to our buddies' houses after, you know, work or something, or after, not before work, after school.
So we were
working
budding
it.
children at this point.
And, you know, we'd sit there and just play our video games by ourselves, basically play one-player games next to each other. And we decided we were going to do that over Christmas break one year. And here
Our
we are.
girlfriends were mad, by the way,
Yeah.
you know, because we had those.
And we would go and we would buy all kinds of microwavable pizzas and pizza rolls and
Pot pies.
and all that stuff. And
Spag and balls.
all your soda pops.
Soda
and
pops.
just sit there and
Soda pop.
eat bad food and play video games for basically 4.5, 5 days. Started out as something fun, and somehow here we are 18 years later still doing it, much to the dismay of wives and
Roommates at this point, right?
yeah.
You know what it is? I compare this whenever my wife has to ask me, like, okay, seriously, like, why do you do this? I'm like, think of it like a bunch of guys going on a fishing trip or
That's
going
true,
on a
yeah.
camping
Yeah.
trip. Like, that's why I said it's a retreat that we just don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
We just go one place. It's safer. You don't have to worry about somebody getting hurt or mauled by a bear.
I don't
Whatever
know.
the case may be.
I had some rough
calluses.
thumb calluses one time. But
I think one time we may have endangered ourselves with electrocution with having so many things plugged in at
yeah,
once.
we used to have conventional
House fire?
ovens. Yeah.
I think one time we tried to
Knocked
have
the-
one thing
tripped the
microwaved,
fuse.
and we tripped many a fuse not to the delight of your parents
Shout out to my parents for
for dealing with that.
dealing
a
with
bunch
that.
of smelly
And
teenagers.
shout out to your parents for dealing with your kids, right? Your nerdy kids.
It's true.
But once again, could have been worse. We could be doing crystal meth and lighting things on fire.
Instead, we are collecting crystals to save the planet.
Meth.
See what you did there. Yeah, you had to throw math in there, but
The meth. So yeah, this is the 18th year. Yes, there is an end to the road of this. I think at some point one of us is going to have some kids, and we might have to take a hiatus, and then we'll just train them to continue to continue
So-
there.
So as an outsider, do you guys have plans for games that you're playing?
I do.
This year?
I'm going to play Trails of Cold Steel 2.
What system?
It's actually on the PlayStation 3.
Do you have to plug that in to your 3, though? Do you have your 3 down here loaded?
I have it over here. I have not hooked it up yet.
Well,
I don't have anything
We
hooked
don't
up
have
at
much
this
time
point.
left here, buddy.
I know. It's all going to get done here. But I played the original and just finished the original, Trails of Cold Steel, probably back in November. And maybe the end of December, or beginning of December, I may have finished it.
So just a few weeks ago.
Absolutely loved it. Thought it was a fantastic story.
You're welcome.
Really involved. It was actually the first game you finish it, and like it literally just ends sort of in a cliffhanger. So here's the second one. The third one is not released yet. There's talks that it's going to come out on the PlayStation 4. Looking forward to the trilogy in general. But that's what I'll be starting.
So do you have a game 2 if you beat that one?
I have a World of Final Fantasy for
Okay.
the PlayStation 4. I think
That'd
that's
be a
going to be
game
my
too. All right.
follow-up.
We call it WAF.
Wow, yeah, there you
WAF.
go. Hoagland, game 1 and game 2.
I'm surprised you didn't want to do Star Ocean, considering that I got that for. I guess that's a third if possible, or save that for next year.
Right. Or whatever.
I have I brought my Wii U with me, so I want to play something on that. So the wife got me Paper Mario, so I'm going to start with that. And yes, it is an RPG. Kaiser, you've played a couple of the Paper Marios, and I thought you enjoyed the one
Yeah,
for
I
the
do.
Wii.
They're fun games. Nintendo Mario games are always entertaining.
Yeah, they're always good production value out of those. And then my second game, which I wish I could remember the name of it now.
That's what it's called? Oh.
The one that you got me at the store.
Tokyo Drift.
It looks like that a little bit, but it's like I think it's called Mirage Series F or something like that.
That was close.
Is it a car game?
No.
Oh.
No. It has a lot of like, in Japan they really love like karaoke because it's like a Japanese word of it, but it's very music oriented.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot of turnstile RPG elements, stuff like that, and that is probably what I will do as my second game.
So did you fly with your Wii U?
I
Did
did.
you pack it? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. I actually, if you look behind there, there's that black bag right there.
Oh, that
Black bag, everything was packed in there. It's actually meant for
the Wii
bringing
U.
consoles.
Okay. Very
Yep.
nice. Very nice. I think my favorite. Again, as an outsider, I used to live with Kaiser. My favorite RPG moment was Hoagie playing the Wii. Well, that was just the Wii. Was that the Wii U then, or was that the Wii? Just the regular Wii?
Oh, it would have been the Wii.
And Hoagie was playing. What Zelda game was that?
For the Wii?
It was probably Twilight Princess.
Skyward Sword.
And that was when it was the big deal. Like you could be standing up and like
You could move
do
around,
all the
swing
movements and
your
stuff. There's the
controller
action
up and down.
Yeah.
You would think you'd be standing up and actually like pretending like you're
Yeah,
holding a sword and
you're-
shield.
And I don't know if I came home or I just walked out into the living room and Hoagie's laying completely flat on the couch, flicking his wrist at the screen, like the laziest motion you could possibly be doing. For
You
the
literally holding a controller and playing a normal game was taking more effort than what this guy was
screen.
doing.
It was the best sight
I
I've
feel
ever
like
seen.
Nintendo had their best intentions of being like, all right, we're gonna make this system where like you're active, you're standing on both, standing on your feet, and you're doing, hand motions and things like that. And then you have, the D-bag that I am, just laying sideways on like on a recliner, just flicking my wrist.
Is it Gluttony Bot? You're being Gluttony Bot?
Yeah, Gluttony Bot.
Hedonism Bot playing
Futurama
Wii.
reference, by the way.
Yeah, playing Wii.
So I looked up Tokyo Mirage Sessions into image search.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE.
And what I have
There's
here,
some reasons.
what I have here is a anime female character. She's holding a microphone. She's wearing a bathing suit where her middle of her stomach is exposed, as well as a lot of cleavage. And
her sides.
Which, by the way, they had to. I think for the North America version, they do have some of the stuff more censored.
No.
So
And it does look-
she
it
might
does look like
she might have a
it's-
shirt underneath that.
It does look like there's like a Dance Dance Revolution sort of
It
color
does.
scheme to it.
Yes,
It's very
yes, yes.
bright. There is a monster in the background, though. It looks like it's got a lot of teeth.
Is this what you would picture from a Japanese game?
Oh yeah,
There's some,
absolutely.
There's some hot anime chick with probably oversized features.
Right.
Very
Small
scantily
waistline,
clad.
oversized everything else.
Yes.
Yep.
And she's holding a microphone.
But what I want to know is she's doing damage to this creature that's like, it looks like a monster. It's got a lot of teeth. They're fangs. It's very vicious looking, almost like a snake. and she looks like there's like a whirlwind tornado like doing damage to him, and she's sitting here with a microphone. So how is she dealing damage? How is she singing to call like a tornado out? I mean, is that
my good sir?
Maybe she's
we'll
maybe she's like a bard of some sort.
Are you going to find out that this entire game is a mirage by the end of it? I mean, is that...
It's at the end, it's going to be like, this is all a dream. You're a pervert for buying this game, and you
Shame.
should not have played this.
But ring the shame bell.
Here's another picture.
Oh, that's why I got this.
Okay. This is why Hogan bought this game.
There are 3 little, I would say, adolescent boys, maybe young adults.
Young men. In their
they're all shirtless with different colored hair, and the one is wearing literally like a Speedo. And it looks like it's a boy band kind of cover album.
He's wearing what you would call literally boy shorts.
So if Hogan gets to this game, Kaiser, you've got to screenshot some of these.
Look at this one.
Yeah, this is a classic
I'm telling
Japanese
you right now.
game.
I'm telling you right now. That's the Japanese version. That is not what you're going to see on the North American.
Oh, there
version.
is. There's actually somebody posted a Japanese and then the Western. So the Japanese, the girl has got underwear on with like assless chaps. The Western one looks like somebody photoshopped blue like jeans over her.
Yeah.
So maybe they will be more covered up on this one, Kyle.
Rats.
Much to your dismay.
Well, take that game back.
Well, as long as the boys are still there, right?
Yeah.
So, we're gonna have to kind of wrap things up. I think we gotta get things going. Podcast a little bit shorter. We're gonna run about maybe 10 or 15 minutes shy of our normal runtime. But I think before we get things out, we just kind of want to end things and say, 50 episodes. We couldn't have done it without the listeners.
Well, we could have, but
Yeah. Many weeks we
could
did.
have done this in spite of you guys.
yes,
We're hoping 2017 brings even better and bigger things.
yes.
And again, just thanks, and always leave that feedback. Sign up subscribe on iTunes. Go to follow us on Facebook, Twitter. Go to pseudonerdpod.com if you're not sure about any of those social media accounts. Let us know what you thought.
Subscribe also on YouTube, because like I said, we've already kind of teased that Haddix and I might be playing around with the idea of doing some streaming, and more than likely we may do it on Twitch, but I think it makes more sense for us if we probably just do it on YouTube, since we already have our channel there with our content.
So, before we end things, any last thoughts, comments?
Uh,
Can we get someone other than Haddix? I feel like he was the one that was kind of dragging us.
I'm gonna.
Other than these fantastic presentations.
I was gonna say, come on now. If anything, I can be around for this kind of stuff. All right.
You can do the printouts. No, that'll be it then. Thanks, guys. It's been fun for 50 episodes. Here's to the next 50.
Indeed.
From this side of the bar to the other side of the bar. I am Josh Kaiser. He is Josh Haddix, and he is Kyle Hoagland. And we will see you guys next year.
Get it?
Have a good 2016.
See ya.